The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he said in the hadith that is established from him alayhi salatu wassalam, ما من امرأة تخلع ثيابها في غير بيتها إلا هتكت ما بينها وبين الله تعالى. There is no woman who removes her clothing outside of her house except that she has torn the veil between her and Allah. Listen to that hadith. There's not a woman who removes her clothing outside of her home except that she has torn down the veil between her and Allah. What does that mean? The scholars, they say this is referring to a woman uncovering herself in front of non-maharim, non-mahrams, al-ajanib, and not properly covering from them. And thus she torn the veil between herself and Allah, because Allah gave her clothing to cover her private parts, her awrah, and that clothing is the clothing of piety, at-taqwa. What would be said about the women on the internet today? How many of them? I want to be a baddie. What, a baddie in the hellfire? Wal-iyadu billah. And that's how twisted it is. I want to be a baddie. No, the baddie is the hijabi. That's what we find in the Quran and the Sunnah. Those who think that dignity and honor is exposing your aura and your beauty for vultures on social media, that only stems from someone insecure, that is empty, that is lacking, that has some trauma and needs some attention. There is nothing more noble and honorable and dignified than the woman that fulfills the command of Allah and covers the way that Allah commanded her to cover, regardless of the influence of society and the pressure of society. And she strives to be a righteous mother or a righteous daughter to please Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. There's nothing more honorable and precious than that. And the Prophet highlighted that. But again, al-jaza'u min jinsil amal. You reap what you sow. The Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, he said, ad-dunya mata'. This world is enjoyment. The best enjoyment and amusement is a righteous wife. Yes, righteousness and piety, aiding the husband to fear Allah, to remember Allah.